Bueno, buenas noches a todos, buenas noches Adel, gracias por aceptar la invitación. Estoy muy contento y bueno, quiero empezar primero pues avisando a todos del canal de Adel, es su canal de YouTube. Vayan todos a suscribirse, todos sus videos están hechos con mucho corazón y pues están de 10, ¿no? Ahora, quiero empezar justamente con dos videos que vi en su canal. Uno, son imágenes de un videoclip que se llama Mix Track One y habla sobre la libertad, de cómo un bailarín puede transportarse al lugar que quiera simplemente con una canción. Y el otro, es de un video que se llama hashtag eh, distancia social distancing. Y bueno, trata de un tema muy delicado porque trata de hacer conciencia sobre las personas que tienen alguna enfermedad mental por la pandemia. Entonces, son historias, son polos opuestos. Uno trata sobre la libertad y el otro trata sobre el encierro que provocó la pandemia. Entonces, quiero que nos hable de cómo canalizó sus sentimientos para poder crear cada videoclip.
I know that my friend told a lot, but don't worry, I will try to hold on everything. No, in
I got a
fact,
lot
she's
of it actually. I can
no,
understand a lot more than.
but no, I am not only I understand everything, but I agree with my friend Cesar. He's from Mexico, by the way. We are from Colombia, because yes, he like myself, we check out your channel. In fact, we subscribe to your channel and we invite to people to subscribe to the channel because, like Cesar said, 10 of 10 the videos, and he watched the Mistral #1,
Yeah,
and the social distancing, and
yeah,
said that yes, one's had to do with freedom, like the music can transport you to every place, but the other one got more like yes, the like you have to be conscious about the issues that get this pandemic. So yes, how do you? The question is, being also the director, how do you deal with the issues from these two videos? That, by the way, I agree with Cesar, very beautifully. We really love your channel. And it was great to subscribe.
thank you. How do I deal with like the challenges? Yeah.
Yes, the subjects from these two videos that they are like yes, they're for dancing, but they are like an opposite because one is for freedom, but other is much for concept.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know. I don't remember who said this. It was a scholar or something, or and maybe Alan Watts or some. I'm not quite. I don't quite remember. But it was freedom. Real freedom exists within some form of confines. Because if you don't have any confines, then you don't have freedom to find within it. So it's ballet because I grew up doing ballet my whole life. You work hard within all these confines and these rules and this way and this way and this way, so that one day you can get an opportunity to dance and perform. And when you finally get to be, perform, you have those little moments in between those confines that you get to feel free. It actually comes really naturally to dancers because this is how you do the step. There's no other way you do it, but there's a little bit of room for who you are organically and how to be free within that. And I think that's probably how I was able to do just the totally opposite and different styles from each other.
Bueno, continúo con mi otra pregunta y pues bueno, saben que yo amo el terror y que bueno, la entrevista no es entrevista si no tocamos el tema del terror. Y hay un cortometraje donde Adele participó que es Hair of the Dog, que lo vi y me encantó el sonido, todo está increíble, su actuación está fantástica, hasta el soundtrack del final está de 10. Y pues bueno, esto fue de sus primeros trabajos, de acuerdo a su IMBD, fue el segundo corto donde participó. Entonces, quiero preguntarle cómo se sentía en ese entonces, si estaba nerviosa, qué recuerdas de ese corto y cómo ha evolucionado actualmente, cómo describía su evolución como actriz desde sus primeros trabajos ahora.
I'm really envious with my friend Cesar because he has watched Hiro the Dog. He said that yes, always in this channel we deal with the subject of horror and terror. So this will be not the section. Knowing that this is one of your serious works, reading the IMDb, he said that 10 out of 10, really great performance, really great music. And yes, the question is, being one of your first words, and you can correct us if it is right or wrong, uh, how do you see your evolution as an actress, from these early works to your works now that in fact we're going to later talk about the more recent roles that are big, but in fact I need to watch Hair of the Dot, so tell us about this experience. How do you see your evolution as an actress?
And yeah, that's a good question. The Hair of the Dog, yeah. Hair of the Dog was my first speaking acting role ever. So it's still one of my favorites. I still watch that and I'm like, oh, it kind of grosses me out, my own character, just because it happened really naturally. So I see just getting more comfortable. Maybe other people don't notice it, but I can notice it in myself when I watch Hair of the Dog versus when I watch the newer stuff I've been doing. I can see myself a lot more comfortable on camera than I used to be, and it looks more natural and organic. There's a lot more takes that had to be done on that film so that I came across like I was convincing, because I was nervous, and now I don't have to do as many takes anymore. But it was definitely one of my favorite, and the fake blood was made out of peanut butter, so it tastes really good. So I missed that.
I need to translate that later part because
Yeah.
for my friends, we are all filmmakers. We need to
Yeah.
know that we didn't know that treat. Solo traducir una parte, chicos. La salsa era mantequilla de maní.
What?
La digo, la sangre. La sangre.
Sangre, todo eso era mantequilla.
Oh,
I kept eating it.
Prometo después traducir todo.
Vea que lo importante es que, buena pregunta César respecto al tema de Jai Ortega. También tengo lo que es otra historia de terror, pero esto es algo muy similar a los videojuegos como lo es Silent Hill, Resident Evil. Andrés es experto en videojuegos, pero yo no voy a tocar el tema del videojuego, sino la historia va complementada en esa, acorde al maquillaje, a la vestimenta, pero también está otro corto que se llama Quitting, Dejar de Fumar, que habla sobre no solo pues del suspenso. Yo quisiera saber como que cómo fue la representación de poder manejar un poco la estética y a la vez el tema de los sentimientos, cómo mezcló eso y cómo fue la experiencia en ambas.
Continuing like with this horror and terror subject, Jhon has watched Quitting. We know that deals with the subject of letting that habit of the smoking. Yes. How do you see like this work as a total? Because deals with terror and horror, but in a more realistic way. I don't know. Tell us more about your work in Quitting.
In Quitting? So Quitting's the same universe as Hair of the Dog. So that's the same character, just like later on in life. But he did but he wanted to go with like kind of a romantic, kind of sad, melancholy. So basically I got to be the same character, just the more mature version of her. And she decided to dye her hair black. So yeah, all the cigarettes. There was a lot of cigarettes to smoke, and there were fake cigarettes too. I think those are worse. They're horrible.
They need to know that they are in the same universe. I will tell them.
Yeah.
Pues chicos, increíblemente ese corto hace parte del mismo universo de Jairo de Dot. Es el mismo personaje, solo que listo. Se tiñe el cabello. Dice que obviamente que fue una experiencia dura porque pues estuvo fumando muchos cigarrillos falsos. Dice que es horrible y que incluso hay un nuevo corto que va en el mismo universo, pero ya trata el tema del amor. O sea, son 3 cortos del mismo universo.
Wow, ¿y cuándo sale el...?
And where, yes, question from Cesar, where we can see the third part, because you told us that there is another short film.
And there's another short film?
Yes, you tell us that. Hair of the Dot and Quitting? Yes.
I don't know. I have no idea. The director, I think he took a break for a while, but I've been thinking about bothering him lately. Like, you need to do another one because he's so good. He makes such good stuff. I know he made a feature film that I wasn't in. That's a Western, and it's called Potter's Ground. So if you guys want to watch that, it's really good. But I want him to make another short film or another horror or something dark, kind of like the other two. Yeah, I would love that.
Dice que lo vamos a ver, pero que de hecho sería bueno que haga esa tercera parte, pero que él ahorita hizo un western. Es un director muy, muy bueno y sería bueno, sí, que se cierre todo ese círculo, ¿no? De esa trilogía.
Antes de que aborde la pregunta, coméntale sobre lo de Five Night, o sea, que la verdad me pareció increíble cómo fue la experiencia y dónde podemos ver Bloom, porque Bloom no la he podido conseguir en ninguna parte.
Y pues lo alinearé con, ya sabes quién más de Friday Night.
Sí.
Okay, this is like a crazy trivia. You were on Friday Night before, and it's crazy because in this channel we interview with Tom Holland, no? You know, the creator of Friday Night. But tell us more about your Friday Night and where we can see Bloom, because Jhon tried to find this movie and he didn't find it. So where we can know about Bloom.
Oh, Bloom. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I know. Okay, so Fright Night was with Crypt TV, and they recast me as Estelle. And Estelle had already been cast prior to, and they had, what was it, Mohawk or Tomahawk is the series, and where Estelle's in it. But then they had to recast because she wasn't in LA, so they cast me to recreate her. And that was a lot of fun. That was really cool. That was my first roles when I moved to Los Angeles, was with Crypt TV. And Bloom, we filmed it and shot that. That was right before I moved to LA. I shot that in Tennessee. And I think they made it for pitching to make a better feature out of it. And then it's just been sitting there, and I haven't even seen anything in it. I play like the mean girl in it too, like kind of like Regina George in high school or something. So I don't know if it'll ever come out, or we'll ever reshoot it. It was so much fun, and I put so much time into it too. But that happens a lot.
That's sad. I will let my friends know. Chicos, lo de Bloom es triste. Lo de Bloom es triste. Solo se grabó para lograr un pitching para hacer una película grande, y ella hizo un papel a lo Regina en Mean Girls, pero como que eso está perdido. Y lo de Friday Night es increíble porque es un recasting. O sea, era un proyecto que como que ya existía, le hicieron ese casting como para ese rol, y dice que es de hecho uno de los primeros proyectos que hizo para televisión en Los Ángeles.
Wow, increíble. Andrés, lúcete.
Yes, I have been waiting for this moment. When Jhon tell me that we are going to interview you, of course, I check out your IMDb, and you know that this question, it was coming. Because when I read that you are Elena, in fact, I came back like a lot of years in my youth, and I was, what? Yes, I later watched that amazing, I don't know how to call it, short film trailer from My Chemical Romance, and later I read about all the good response from all the killjoys. I don't know if I had to miss this question with another, but yes, how does it feel being part of this universe? I don't know. I feel that if I ask you about this, I cannot tell that amazing news. So I wanna that you tell us in your words. Yes, how does it feel to be, I can say, the new Helena from My Chemical Romance?
It feels really cool. I didn't think that that's what the role was that I was about to do. And what was really awesome finding out later on was that Gerard Way actually wrote this song. He wrote Helena about his grandmother, who was a dancer. And my grandmother was a dancer, and she meant a lot to me. And I was
don't make me cry.
Oh my gosh, it was like, it gives me goosebumps. It was really cool. Yeah, that was, and then I put her in point shoes. And I remember the director asking me too. He said, I asked him, flat shoes or point shoes. He asked me what I thought. I said, well, the original wore the flats, but ballets evolved in film a lot. So I colored point shoes black if you want to, step her up a notch. It feels really cool to be a part of it. And the My Chemical Romance fans are just the sweetest people in the whole world. They're so cool. They're so positive.
In fact, I had to do it. When Jhon told me about this interview, I had to, in fact, going to talk back to a lot of old friends that we are going to interview the new Helena. They were like, why? No, it's beautiful. In fact, when I watched that trailer, the next thing I did, play Helena, and it got me some memories. I mean,
Yeah.
I got like an emo girlfriend back in those days. Oh no, it's so good to be part of the Lord. I was asking John if I can do this question because now you made part of two great lores, the My Chemical Romance lore, and how does it feel to be for part of the Star Trek lore? I mean, you have to tell us. These questions are bigger than life. And no, Adele, tell us. How does it feel to be part of Picard?
Really surreal. It didn't really hit me. Sometimes I kind of forget that I'm, I just go about my day, and then if it comes up in conversation, or usually I'll be with a friend and they're like, she's in Star Trek, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then people they get excited about it. I feel really grateful. I feel really grateful and really honored. And I feel really thankful that I got to be one of the crew members on the bridge. That's really awesome. And put the uniform on, and it feels I feel really grateful and honored that I was trusted with such really important roles too for this big fandom in Helena and Star Trek and Crypt TV. Huge fandoms that people and they like what I did with it, and that makes me feel really good.
And I feel happy with John and with this channel because you are the third woman from the Star Trek lore that we interviewed. Patricia Tolman, Patti Typo. No, no, thank you for answering this. And I will tell, in fact, I will translate the part for your grandmother. It's so beautiful. John, ¿sabe qué es so hermoso? Obviamente ustedes saben que Elena la escribió Gerard Way basándose en la abuela, ¿no? Elena, que es bailarina, y la abuela de Adele también es bailarina de ballet, y es la persona que está traje en ese cuadro. Así que por favor en la foto final tiene que salir el cuadro atrás. Es hermoso, gracias por dejarme hacer la pregunta.
No, por supuesto. Bueno, de hecho yo tengo mi última pregunta para que invite a la gente, o si tiene una última me avisan. Yo le pregunto sobre 51-50, o sea, es algo sobre algo que ella hace de enfermera, pero no solo eso, sino la historia es loca. Y yo lo que quiero comprender es cómo, no es para que dé spoiler, sino cómo usted interpreta el final. O sea, el final, ¿cómo lo podemos interpretar? Porque yo me quedé perdido totalmente. Porque es algo extraño. Yo quedé como que me lo tiene que resolver a él. No hay nadie más que me lo tenga que resolver.
Última pregunta, ¿cierto?
Sí, para mí.
As a final question, John is crazy. And I envy him because he watched 5150, and the question is crazy, no? He said that he watched it, and he told us that the only person that can, without any spoiler, of course, the only person that can give me like an interpretation from the ending is you, because John watching and he was like, what happened? Why do I see? I need to ask. If you can make my friend happy, go ahead. What is your interpretation about the end?
Okay, about the end of 5150. So when he's a little boy, niño? See?
Cuando es un niño, John.
Yeah, is that what he means when he's a little boy? Because his mom is so the ending. Okay, so it was shot as a pilot. Kind of. It's like a short film menopause, so you can watch it. We're trying to get it to be a TV show. Hopefully it will be. It's been winning a lot of awards. So it's kind of about how, so you can kind of read into it. It's kind of like Black Mirror, like the show Black Mirror, if you've seen it. But it's the ending, his mom comes in and is talking to him and holding his hand. And it's his mother basically talking to him as if he's a little boy. And like in that moment when he turns into a little boy, he feels defeated, like, oh, I'm just a foolish child. I've been, trying to do all of these things so that there's equality, and so people know that there's a they out there that's trying to, bring us down and keep us segregated. And the ending shows his mother going in that room with all of those old school looking doctors. It looks almost 50s-esque, right? And she's like, is that all? Did you get what you needed? Right? And it's basically is a cliffhanger on, is she working with them? Did she do that to protect her son from getting hurt or maybe getting offed? Like there's obviously something else going on. You have to kind of fill in the blanks, and hopefully that gets picked up for a show. It'll dive more into that deeper and deeper. So it's supposed to be kind of leave you hanging.
I will try to translate, but I understand everything.
Yeah, you understand. Yeah, help John understand.
And hopefully we hope that this pilot becomes a series. But I will tell you, John, primero una buena noticia, un piloto y posiblemente sea una serie de televisión. Dos, hombre, la única explicación que puedo dar sin hacer el spoiler, y ya lo comparo un poco con Black Mirror, sin decir porque fue una respuesta larga, técnicamente lo que está haciendo fue como que, sabes que hay un viaje en el tiempo, ¿no? Todo, en pocas palabras, todo lo hizo para proteger a ese niño, de proteger de todas las cosas que, digamos, iba a sufrir en ese tratamiento médico. Por eso es que tú después ves a los doctores más viejos. No sé si lo que te estoy explicando tiene sentido con lo que viste.
Sí, yes.
Finally, John understood everything.
Comprendí. La pregunta, bueno, ya pues ahí complemento con lo de Star Trek. Yo quiero saber, y todos acá, bueno, ya que se desarrolle un poco más, más extensa la historia de Star Trek y tenga más, por ejemplo, varias continuaciones, habrá un momento más de ella en el que tomará un rol más representativo, en el que ya pueda involucrarse más en la historia. Eso queremos saber porque la verdad sí que nos gustaría verla un poco más en acción.
This is like a plus from the Star Trek question. There will be like a possibility to see you developing more your character. We hope like a spin-off. I know it's a crazy question, but everything is possible in the Star Trek universe.
So, oh my gosh, anything is possible. The one answer I have for sure is there's going to be a novel, like a comic book that's going to come out, and it's going to be the adventures of Picard with all of the crew members. I'm pretty sure Kemi will be there as well in the comic and their adventures. So it'll be a novel series in between season 2 and season 3 of Picard. If there's another TV show or a movie and Kemi gets to come back, I don't know. I would love that, but we'll see.
One of my best friends, she's coming back to Colombia. She's a really big Trekkie. I need to tell them that there will be a novel possibly or a comic book.
Yeah,
Chicos,
yeah.
Va a haber una novela, obviamente novela gráfica, donde Picard va a desarrollar todas las historias con todos los personajes, así que va a haber una novela gráfica de lo que ella desarrolle con Kemi.
Vamos a darle un fuerte aplauso.
¡Bravo!
¡Bravo!
Bueno, ya,
pues,
ya por último, un saludo para Colombia, México, Latinoamérica y
que
bueno,
se suscriban a su canal.
Que se suscriban a su canal y que estén pendientes de ver Star Trek Spycast.
Okay, Adele, you have to forget my social, my internet, but I know John will edit. No, the camera is yours. Get your social media so people can follow you. Of course, follow your amazing channel. We love it. You wanna tell the people to stay tuned for some project? Go ahead. The camera is yours. You wanna send a big hi? Go ahead.
You can follow me on. Well, I'm in Instagram as Adele Marie Pomerenke, or I'm on TikTok at AM Pomerenke, like Aunt Pomerenke. My TikTok is super silly. And Twitter as Adele Pomerenke. And I think that's all of them. I'm not very good at Twitter, so maybe it's just Instagram.
And like I was telling, I was trying to do like an emulate, so the final picture. So we're going to take a final picture so we can share to the social media. So give us that. In fact, we want to see this picture, the picture of the grandmother too. I really love that part of it. The inconvenience with my internet, but for me, thank you so much. Jhon, ¿qué vas a decir?
No, primero agradecerle a Wendy Shepard por la oportunidad. Adele, gracias por esta maravillosa oportunidad y la verdad, sintonizados en Star Trek Spycast porque está muy buena.
César, ¿vas a decirle algo? Dile.
Sí, pues igual agradecerle, ojalá esté de regreso en el canal muy pronto, toda la suerte y todo el éxito del mundo en sus proyectos, y pues nada, que es una grande.
César, say it all, and Jhon, you're a grande, you're great, you're the greatest. We hope to see you back in this channel. This channel is now your house, and we hope to see more of you with Picard in every project. And yes, we are so happy. You made me remember a lot of things that I love from my youth. And no, Adele, thank you to Wendy, of course. And
Oh, yeah.
thank you so much.
Muchas
Thank you so
gracias
much.
for having me. Thank you so much, you guys.
No, muchas gracias a ti.
Muchas gracias.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
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 Chao.
Adiós.